Color can be termed as a property possessed by an object as a result of the way it reflects or emits light. Objects appear differently because they absorb some colors and reflect or transmit other colors. Color can be classified under two main categories: colors of light and colors of pigment. Colors of light. Light is made up of wavelengths, and each wavelength is a particular color. The color we see is a result of which wavelengths are reflected back to our eyes. It is believed that white light produces all colors, and this theory has been scientifically proven with prismatic colors. Prismatic colors are the colors that can be seen when white light goes through a prism. These colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. The primary colors of light are red, green, and blue. Mixing these colors in different proportions can make all the colors of light we see. This is how TV and computer screens work. When colored lights are mixed together, it is called additive mixing. Mixing red and green produces yellow. Mixing green and blue produces cyan. Mixing red and blue produces magenta. Mixing all three additive colors together produces white light. Colors of pigment. A pigment is a material that changes the color of reflected or transmitted light as a result of wavelength selective absorption. Pigments are used for coloring paint, ink, plastic, fabric, and many more. The primary colors of pigments for painting are red, yellow, and blue. These colors cannot be achieved by mixing any other colors. When two primary colors are mixed in equal proportion, secondary colors are produced. Mixing red and yellow creates orange. Red and blue creates purple. Yellow and blue creates green. Tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are a combination of primary and secondary colors. Mixing yellow and green creates yellow-green. Yellow and orange creates yellow-orange. Red and orange creates red-orange. Red and violet creates red-violet. Blue and violet creates blue-violet. Blue and green creates blue-green. In photomechanical printing, magenta, cyan, and yellow are used. When all three pigments are mixed together, the result is black. This is known as subtractive color mixing. When two pigments are mixed together, more colors are absorbed and less are reflected. However, usually the black color produced is closer to muddy brown. Hence, a key component, which is a black pigment, was included to aid in the accurate presentation of the color. Therefore, the term CMYK was coined. In the previous part, we spoke about how the eye perceives color. Colors have three main properties that determine how it is perceived. As a result, not all colors are the same. For instance, there are different types of red that's colored: crimson, cerise, magenta, maroon, carmine, claret, and many more. These are all words just to describe different shades of red. Hue, saturation, and value, HSV, are all properties that affect how a color appears. Hue. Hue is a name associated with a color. Example: red, yellow, or blue. Saturation. It is the intensity of a hue. It is a measurement of how different from pure gray the color is. Value, brightness or lightness. It is a degree of lightness or darkness of a hue. Achromatic colors. These are also known as neutral colors. It is used to describe the absence of hue. Example: black, white, and gray. Tint and shade. Tinting is the act of adding white to a color. This process creates lighter variations of the hue. On the other hand, when black is added to a color, it produces a shade of the hue, making it darker. Color is an invaluable tool for artists. It is very important to know how to use them. The color wheel is a simple shape with a variable number of colors, which displays the relationships between colors and how color combinations work. The wheel is divided into two halves of temperature, warm and cool colors. Color relationships. There are several relationships between colors, and these are mainly determined by how they are arranged on the color wheel. In general, the way colors contrast with each other can be defined as either analogous, complementary, triads, or monochromatic. Analogous colors. Analogous colors are colors that are close to each other on the color wheel, which are similar in tone. Complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors opposite each other on the color wheel. The complementary colors are as different from each other as possible and create a dissonant effect. Red, orange, and blue-green color combination is an example. Triad. A triad is a special variant of the split complementary color scheme with equal distance between all colors on the color wheel. Split complementary colors. This is a color scheme that uses one base color and two secondary colors. Monochromatic colors. Monochromatic color schemes are derived from a single base hue and extended using its tints and shades. Tetradic colors. This color scheme uses four colors arranged in two complementary pairs. Colors are also associated with feelings and emotions. The following are some colors and their widely shared meanings, connotations, and relations with emotions. Black. It's usually associated with death, evil, criminality, something sinister, depression, grief, or pain. It can also be used to represent sophistication, authority, and style. Regarding clothes, black is the color of mourning in almost all Occidental countries, also used as penitence for monks or nuns. Blue. Blue is mostly used to represent peace, calmness, piety, wisdom, and introspection. It can also be used to represent negative emotions as depression, sadness, loneliness, and solitude. Brown. Brown can be used for comfort, substance, physical, decay, or worn out. Gold. Value, honor, and loyalty are synonymous with gold. Green. Growth, fertility, fecundity, balance, youth, and nature are inseparable from the color green. Gray. Gray is associated with neutrality, fusion of happiness, and sadness. Orange. Orange invokes warmth, vital force, strength, and endurance. Red. Red is a very intense color that expresses love, passion, excitement, appetite, health, courage, heat, danger, blood, aggressiveness, power, fire, and hell. Violet. Violet represents mysticism, royalty, and high range. White. White shows purity, innocence, cleanness, coldness, and can also represent light. Yellow. Yellow is linked to intelligence, logical thinking, innovation, spirituality, hope, and joy. But when it is dingy yellow, it would be more likely to cowardice, ruin, shame, illness, and decadence. It's been also discovered to stimulate hunger.